the 2 games that I started, I looked fire. I looked lightning. One was against an MPL 3, one was against MPL 1. So I performed at both levels. Yo, what's going on, Team 20? I hope you're all super well. Today is Tuesday. We're back on the field with Dribbling. The boys, we won our first game 2-0, which puts us, I think we're in 3rd or 4th place. Absolutely awesome. That's what you want. That's a great start to the season. Now we go to training tonight and we got to put in more work to make sure that we keep this up. Now it is a lot later in the day. It's about 4:30, 4:45. I've been so busy, man. I spent pretty much the whole morning analyzing my game, picking parts from it that I wanted to show you guys, picking parts, you know, writing notes down as well, which I'll show you in a minute. But the man, Papa Tweety, how are you, mate?
I'm here.
It's a bit windy outside, so we got him. What do you think of the game on the weekend?
It was a weird game, I must say. Like 2-0 after 6 minutes, that doesn't happen very often.
No, and then no goals.
And you look at it after 6 minutes, and I'm thinking, wow, this is going to be a massacre. It's going to be 10-0.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the game, it's 2-0. And the other thing that was, I mean, they obviously, it's like they talk about in all kinds of football codes. One team turns up ready to play and the other team's not quite ready and they get overwhelmed in the first 10 minutes. But then they came back.
Yeah.
In the second half, I thought they dominated.
It so easily could have been us that got overwhelmed. It's just kind of, I think we definitely had really good preparation, a great team talk, a great warm-up, which led to us performing on the field.
Well, I think it's always a credit to the coach.
Yeah.
When you come out fired up like that and ready to play.
Oh, definitely.
It's easy to talk about, but it's not so easy to do.
No.
Week after week.
Yeah, so now we got to back it up again.
Yeah.
You know, it's all well and good to win the first game, but if you lose the next...
But it's fantastic to win the first game. It's always wonderful to start the season with a win. Now,
club championship, right? You know how important that is?
Yeah.
I saw that one club there, Bonnie Rig, have been deducted 30 points.
Oh, that's right, for not conforming to some...
You saw it as well then?
I saw it a while ago when I was looking at the declaration of the leagues.
Yeah.
And them and a few other clubs have been deducted points because their application didn't conform to the rules.
Whatever that means.
That's a lot of points.
30, that's 10
wins by the under-18s.
Yeah, 10 wins by the under-18s, or what, like 3 wins by the first grade, which is a huge...
Yeah. That's a big deal.
So,
and they've just been relegated.
Yeah, and they were definitely looking for a promotion, so they've got a lot of room to make up.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to be out of it, and we just got to focus on ourselves. But huge blow to them. Gives us a little bit of a boost as well.
Yeah.
So as you guys know, when I analyse games, I love to write all my notes down. I find I keep the knowledge in my mind when I write it in this little book, whereas if I type anything, it just doesn't go through to my head as well. So I got my notes here that I wrote down from the game. It was only a page of notes. You know, a few different things there that I really wanted to note down. So before next week's match, I'll read this back and go, okay, yes, got it. And then there's some things even there where I might take a video of it and show it to the coach and go, okay, what do you think about this? I stepped up here, should I have done this, whatever. I always want to be learning, man. I do not know everything, and the more that I can learn about the game and how to play under this coach, then the better player I'm going to be for this team, and that's the objective. So, got a few things there. I loved it. I love kind of analysing and finding out different things, where I should have been, what I should have done, etc. So good to get that analysis in. It's that time of the day, heading off to training, 50-55 minute trip. Looking forward to today's session. I don't know what to expect because it's the first time we train this week. We've had 2 days to recover, so look, I'm thinking it's going to be an intense session. I always prepare myself for the worst, and if it's not, then hey, that's okay. I just want to make sure that I'm mentally ready going into this. I want to perform at training this week to attempt to secure another starting spot for this weekend's game. I want to be playing as much as possible, and that means I got to perform in training sessions as well, man. If I'm not performing at training, then what do you expect? You can't expect to start. So off we go. Bit of an update with the grip socks as well. I've been contacting suppliers, trying to get hold of the best possible one. I want to make sure that the materials and everything is, you know, top notch. I don't want to be providing you guys this cheap stuff. I always want to bring quality, and if you want to bring quality, you got to be patient with it. It's just like a footballer. If you want to be on top of the world, you got to be patient, man. So let's get off to this session, chat with a few of the boys hopefully, and we'll see what's cracking down there. Right, this is in the future. I'm sorry I didn't get anyone on camera. I'm doing my best to try and introduce more people to the vlogs. I think a lot of people, this is just natural. People are camera shy. They don't necessarily want to be on camera. So like I said, this is the future. I managed to get 2 more guys onto the camera for Thursday's session, but you know, it is difficult because I don't want to just shove a camera in people's faces. I only necessarily feel comfortable with it around a few people. We will get more and more, and I'm sure as the weeks go by, we'll get everyone onto the video, but look, it is difficult. I know you guys want to see the training vibes, and soon there will be training footage, I hope, but we need to be patient with all of that. We can't just expect it straight away, as much as I would like it as well. We'll get there with it though, we'll get there. Just got back home from the session. Super tough, man. It was one of the toughest sessions, and you know, reflecting on my game, we had a little chat about it before the session had started, and one of the coaches said that he rated players after the game, and he said he gave a few players this number, whatever. I won't go into it, but I spoke to him afterwards and he said I was one of the lower rated players, and I go, okay, well, what can I do? How can I fix that? How can I become that higher rated? And he gave me some feedback overall, just saying, you know, for the first 2 games, the 2 games that I started, I looked fire. I looked lightning. One was against MPL 3, one was against MPL 1, so I performed at both levels. He said, you know, you just looked a bit flat, maybe not receiving the ball as much, which I completely agree with, man, and I've driven home this whole way thinking, how can I be more involved? And I may even watch the video again for a second time to analyze it and go, what am I doing wrong? How can I fix this? But at the end of the day, at the same time, I'm also thinking that my positioning was good throughout that match. I was staying wide. I was an option a couple of times. Yes, I was out of position. So I need to fix that. I need to really think about it. And I worked my ass off tonight, really trained hard. I pushed myself where I could. At times, my legs failed me. And, you know, I tried to push that past that as much as I could. If I lost the ball, I got back in defence to win that ball. Dinner made by Papa Tweety. You're tired and off to bed.
Yeah, I'm a chef now.
Yeah, have a look at this. So what have we got? Take us through it.
We've got fried eggplant.
Oh, yum.
We've got scorched zucchini, and not zucchini. Broccoli.
Broccoli,
with
correct.
oyster sauce.
Yum.
We've got mash.
Yeah.
And the pinnacle of achievement is that we've got special chorizo sausages.
Wow.
Beef and pork with garlic and paprika.
How exciting.
They're very spicy.
So that's dinner. I was just telling Dad how tough our session was in terms... Look, fitness, it was not tough at all.
Man up.
Fitness, it was fine. My fitness is good.
Fitness
but
is
it was just a lot of kind of weights work. And because I did legs yesterday, we did legs on top of legs, which is...
That's alright, you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's tough. So we were talking, and you're like, well, what are you going to do about it? I was like, well, I'd love to have an ice bath. But that's upstairs, and Dad sleeps upstairs, so you hug that.
Not now, tomorrow.
You recommended?
Roller,
Stretching.
Because if you've tightened up around the knees and that, you want to loosen up all the muscles.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe go to the pool, but I think it's not worth it. I would just do the ice bath tomorrow.
Yeah,
makes sense. So that's dinner. Cheers, mate. And yeah, gonna get that done. So just about to head off to bed. I thought I'd kind of take you guys through what the session was today, because, you know, I kind of want to explain it a little bit. I don't want to give too much away about what we're actually doing. But we got there, we start off with just your general warm-up, and then we got into this circuit thing. So there were 4 different stations, and the one we started off doing, we had 20 kilo barbell on our back, and we did split lunges. That's basically where you jump and do a lunge, jump onto the other leg, do a lunge, jump, jump, jump. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of those, but did that with 20 kilos on our back, did 10 of those for 10 sets. So all up 100 split lunges. I don't know if that was the exact amount we were supposed to be doing, because I think a couple of other groups did a little bit less, but hey, that's what's made me extremely sore, because it's an exercise that I haven't done in such a long time. I know I'm going to be sore tomorrow and the next day, but you know, it's beneficial. It's working my muscles and getting me to where I need to be. And then the other circuits were some bounding and some sort of quick reaction stuff, as well as some squats and jumping. Just that sort of general overall strength and conditioning sort of work. And like I said before, it didn't really have anything to do with my fitness. My fitness is good. But then from there, that was the start of the session. Went for about 45 minutes to an hour. And then after that, we got into some mini games, 6v6, 5v5 sort of thing. And that was tough because we were coming off fatigue with our legs going into a game. And I love that because that's replicating this 90th minute sort of match where you got to push through the pain, you got to push through the fatigue and play your game. You got to make sure that your passes are sticking, your dribbles are good. So I absolutely love that because you're replicating something in a match. And look, our team did all right. We played against one team twice who just parked the bus, which is incredibly annoying when you're playing on small goals, but we managed to deal with it. It was a challenge, and you know, you come up against teams in this league that park the bus. You come against teams that go all out attack. It's just experiencing those different things. So if you do it in training, then you're just going to get better at it. A little bit annoying though, but like I said, you know, just pushing yourself as much as possible, and that's what I definitely did tonight. So I'm going to end the vlog there. 10 to 8. I'm signing out. Make sure to like and subscribe now and join Journey. I'll see you in the rest of the video. Bye.